Jó reggelt kívánok! Hogy vagy? Jó? Hmm. I'm still getting used to this being on the road again. I really am. It's not easy when you just start out on a trip such as I am now. Finally you find your groove and all that kind of stuff, but it's a transition going from the niceties and the comforts of home. It's Lee calling me. I'll call you back. I'm telling him. But it's you go from the niceties of the niceties and the comforts and the routines of home to being on the road, and it takes some adjustment. Particularly like this morning. Yesterday I woke up. Yesterday I woke up and I hit the Starbucks at 6 in the morning, and I left at 4 in the afternoon. I put in a 10-hour day yesterday working at Starbucks. And uh, today I'm trying to adjust to the time change. That was one of the reasons I wanted to come to, gradually find my way to Australia, other than taking a 25-hour plane flight. I wanted to acclimate myself. I'm just throwing these 50-cent words out there today. Niceties, acclimate, all that stuff. And and I wanted to acclimate to the time change. So I'm sleeping in. I've been waking up like at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, which is 4 or 5 o'clock back home. So and I've been forcing myself to sleep, and get out of bed at 4 or 5 in the morning here, which is actually like 7 or 8 in the morning back home. But anyway, just trying to get used to that, and and what have you. But it's an adjustment period, I gotta tell you. But speaking of 50-cent words, I I gotta tell you one thing that I really appreciate about Michelle is, hmm, oh boy, that's good. I woke up today and there's a message waiting for me from Michelle. And Michelle wanted to know, what do I like to have for breakfast? What do I normally have for breakfast? And then she asked me one of the strangest questions. Do I like soft towels or crunchy towels? I think that's how she phrased it. Soft or crunchy towels. And I don't know, I've never been asked that question. What kind of towel do I like, soft or crunchy? And I guess there's two types of towels, where you have a one that's really, soft, and one that's rather rough. But I've never been asked, do I want softer or crunchy towels? And what else did she ask me? She asked me something else. But I was driving home last night, and I was thinking to myself that Michelle is out of my league. She really is. She was watching my videos yesterday, and she said that she watches my videos while she's doing her sit-ups. Michelle was a triathlete, is a triathlete, was a triathlete. I don't know. Maybe once you're a triathlete, you're always a triathlete. But Michelle is a triathlete, and she really takes care of herself, and she's highly intelligent. So I'm thinking that she's probably a little bit out of my league. Whereas I throw around 50-cent words, Michelle throws around 75 cent to $1 words. She'll throw around like a silver dollar word. And my 50-cent words aren't going to go too far in impressing her. I'll guarantee you that. And sometimes I just use 50-cent words to make myself look important or look intelligent. And I'm not always sure that I'm using the 50-cent words in the right context. But anyway, but she messaged me that she's looking forward to my visit, and I'm looking forward to my visit as well. I was telling her yesterday that I can't help but to wonder if her and I, meeting each other are but like the perfect storm. The perfect storm. And she's and I elaborated on that because I've said that I've always wanted to meet a Hungarian woman. It'd be nice to meet a 100% Hungarian woman. And that she is. Michelle is 100% Hungarian, top to bottom, toe to head. And she's an Aussie. She's an Australian. And I mean, what more could a guy ask for? But anyway, I'm not. As I said in my video, I think yesterday, I'm not putting any. There's no expectations. There's absolutely no expectations going down into that. Going down to visit with Michelle. And there's no, I'd be lying if I say I don't have hope. Everybody has hope. I have hope that we have a good visit and that we get along well with each other and make some lifelong memorable memories. But anyway, so that's basically about it. The other thing is being out here in LA, in Southern California, LA. The weather is beautiful. Look at it. I'm in a short sleeve shirt. Temperature is probably going to be in the mid 60s to the low 70s today. There's some clouds in the sky, but not a chance of rain. And the ocean is just a stone's throw from here, the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful, beautiful. But you know, I can't see myself. I couldn't see myself living here. Maybe I could. I don't know. But it's so densely populated. It really is. And it's just this region of the country, an area like this is just a stone's throw away from all hell breaking loose. If there were, God forbid, something major happen in LA, like a major earthquake or something that would displace a lot of people, they'd all come up into this area, and you'd have people, everywhere, and you'd have I don't know if it maybe lawlessness or something like that, but anyway, it's just you just drive around and you can feel the tension. It's not. You don't have to go out your door very far to sense that there's a certain amount of tension in and around, and that's why given the opportunity, boy, I'd rather have a place like up by Stanley Lake up in Idaho or something like that. Someplace a little bit more serene and a little bit more peaceful. But anyway, right now I'm on my way to Lee's shop, where I'm going to spend the day doing some work and hanging out with Lee. But as I was driving over to Lee's, I left the Starbucks. I wanted to share something with you. I'm driving along in my car, sipping on my Starbucks coffee, and out right over here is a large field, and they're picking strawberries, is what they're doing. I'm gonna turn the camera around here if I can. I want to show this to you. So they're actually picking strawberries, and I got to tell you, these people, these workers here, they really bust their ass. And you can say, you can talk all day long about, building a wall to keep people out and what have you. But boy, you know what? I look at these people out here working in the field, and they bust their ass. See that person running up there? You'll see them, they run. I don't know if they have quotas or what it is, but they run with the trays to fill up the strawberries. And I look at this and I think to myself, what, this is backbreaking work. I would imagine this is actually backbreaking work. And it's just it's a little bit challenging for me, to be quite honest with you. It's a little bit challenging for me to see. It's just it's when it comes to your lot in life, so to speak. It's like the luck of the draw, so to speak, as to where you're born and what have you. But I guarantee you this: you see that guy running right there? That guy might be the happiest man in the world. He might not be making a fortune, and he might have some struggles, but he might have some little kids at home that just think the world of him, and a woman at home that does the same, and he might be the happiest guy in the world. You just never know. But anyway, so right now I've got to go and find my way over to Mr. Lizarraga's, and I will bring you along for the ride. I think that he is his shop is not even a stone's throw from here. I'll put on my seatbelt. May not be the best Tom TV, but even so, put my coffee down. So let's go see if we can find Mr. Lizarraga. No shortage of strawberries here, avocados. I think this area is quite known for its strawberries and its avocados. Here you see the hot houses. I'd imagine those might actually be tomatoes. Not quite sure. Growing right there. Let's go see if Mr. Lizarraga is home. He is he's a wonderful guy. I develop a lot of personal relationships with the people that I do business with, and you couldn't ask to have a nicer person as a client or as a friend than Lee Lizarraga. And he is he's a self-made man. Lee has quite a story. Maybe on one of the videos I'll have him share his story with you. But I think his business is just up ahead, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. I think his business will be just up here. Maybe not. I can't find his thought his business was right up here. But maybe not. Here it is. So Lee is at, I want to say 4745 Market Street. And I see his shop right around the corner. So that Lee's shop is right over there. I should give a shout out to Jan, who reached out to me yesterday and asked me for my email address and wanted to send me some stuff about Down Under, and boy, did he send me some stuff. Some wonderful, wonderful videos all about Australia. All right, so here is ABC Auto Care. And I think now they haven't finished it yet. I was going to see if they put new awnings up. And here's the shop. I don't know if he's got his little scooter. Let's see if Lee rode his little scooter to work today. We'll see if Lee is home. Oh, maybe that's his Ferrari back there. Lee does a lot of work on European import, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, you know, that kind of stuff. He'll work on all that. And there he is. There's the Mr. There's the Mr. Lizarraga. Lizarraga. I'm doing a YouTube video about the best auto repair shop in Ventura.
So you're looking for Mr. Lee?
Yeah.
Well, sir,
Do you know Lee?
That's me.
I am the Honorable Mr. Lee. That's Mr. Lee, the auto mechanic.
Oh, okay. That's Mr. Lizarraga there.
And owner.
Uh-huh.
Me too.
All right. So I'm doing my morning video, and I thought, you know, people would want to hear from the one and only Mr. Lizarraga again.
Morning,
How
Tom.
are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Anything changed since the last time?
Well, let's see. We're remodeling. We're doing some changes here on the
Yeah.
outside, but nothing really much is changing here.
Where's your scooter?
Well, okay.
You didn't ride the scooter today.
They're motorcycles.
The motorcycle, I'm sorry.
Motorcycles. They both happen to be here, so no. You may want to see them right now. Come on by.
All right.
Okay, come on by.
All right.
They're scooters.
They're scooters. Why does everyone but you call them scooters?
Well, it's kind of an interesting thing. Technically, they're scooters
Uh-huh.
because of how you mount the vehicle. But they have the power and everything else of a motorcycle, so they're a motorcycle.
I see. So technically they're scooters.
So this one here,
Uh-huh.
which is my Suzuki Bergman, I can do about 110 miles, you know, on the freeway. I wouldn't do that.
Uh-huh.
And then the other one here, that's my Yamaha. That's a 120 mile an hour bike.
I see.
Yeah.
And that's not, so this isn't a scooter then?
Nah.
Well, it is. I mean, according to Hugo, this is a scooter. But you can do how fast on this
I
thing?
can go 120 in this. I've had it to 90 simply because, you know, at this
Now-
point in my life, I don't really need to go any faster.
Now, when you pull up at a red light and there's a beautiful lady in the car next to you, does she kind of look at you on your little motorcycle
No,
and
this is what I
say,
do. The first thing I do is, hi.
you open up your little hood and
Because they
say,
can't see anything.
hola,
Hola, they can't see anything.
hola, ¿cómo está?
See, yeah.
Something like that. And the Lamborghini out there, what's the story on
That's a Ferrari.
the Ferrari? I'm sorry.
We now get Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin,
Uh-huh.
and a lot of Porsche that we get now since we acquired Christensen Performance. Now look at that beauty right there.
Yeah, I was looking at this thing. Now, the people that own these type of vehicles, are they a different clientele? Are they obviously they're wealthy, right?
Different processes. In fact, interestingly enough, I had to up the insurance on my building. The reason being, we were paying for insurance that would allow me to pay up to $250,000 worth of damage if something like a flood or fire or earthquake
per
happened
vehicle.
when the vehicles were here.
Right.
But when you have vehicles like this, one single vehicle, it's worth that much.
Now, are you taking these out for test drives?
Well, Anders will do that, not me.
Okay.
I try not to get in the car for any reason. No.
Really?
In fact, let me just change that.
Look at
I
this
did not get in
Ferrari.
the vehicle because I really don't have any reason to be in the vehicle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Very, very nice.
But we service this one. We service a burgundy one. We service a yellow one as well.
Uh-huh.
And it's really interesting when you consider oil filter and these things right here. Our cost is about $175.
For an oil filter?
Yeah, that's our cost.
Wow. To do an oil change? What's it cost to do an oil change on a Ferrari?
A lot. A lot. A lot. Now, the reason why I don't give you a price is because I don't know a specific price right now, but we have to look it up every single time.
I see.
Every single one of them is just different. They come with their own separate set of issues. Finding information for them is just not the easiest thing in the world. So they're an interesting vehicle, and the owners, of course, are even much more interesting than the vehicle.
Yeah.
So you have to be very, very careful in how you approach things with these vehicles right here.
Interesting.
In fact, the very first thing that we do when the vehicle arrives is we need to make sure that if there are any scratches, if there are any dings, any dents, anything that the owner may not have noticed before, we want them to notice it now.
Uh-huh.
Because if they didn't notice it before and we don't mention that, when the vehicle leaves, rest assured they will notice it.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Hey, now one other thing that's changed since the last time I saw you is now when you're out on the golf course or doing whatever and you tell somebody you want to go talk, you're going to go talk to somebody about a horse. You're not joking. You bought a horse property,
We did.
right? You bought a horse property.
We have a horse ranch that's doing a lot of construction right now.
Uh-huh.
It seems it's in Gilbert, Arizona, and we have facilities for up to 35 horses now.
I'll be
So
damned.
we can house 35 horses at one given time.
When's the last time you've been on a horse?
Let me see. Griffith Park, 1978. I went riding and I needed a big saddle horn because I need to hang on to something real solid when I'm going.
All right, let's go on inside and get the day going. Thanks for
Absolutely.
joining us. Let's go inside and get the
All right. Good to see you, Tom.